Good morning and welcome back to the Global Goals podcast. As you already know, we are Fernanda,
Stephanie,
Julia,
and Melanie.
As we have been doing these last few weeks, we will be talking about the Sustainable Development Goals. This week's goal is goal number 4, which wants to ensure inclusive and equitable education and promote lifelong learning opportunities to all.
To observe how this is working in our community, our country, and all around the world, today we'll have as our guests two specialists who work along our educational system daily and one person who will share how education is in Nigeria.
First of all, we would like to share each interviewee's profile. We welcome Daniela Camarena, who is a teacher at Tech Campus Sinaloa, Berta Alicia Gonzalez, also a teacher at Tech Campus Guadalajara, and Semille Michael, Country Project Manager for World's Largest Lesson in Nigeria. Now let's go to the first question.
In your opinion, what do you consider is quality education? Do you think it's important? First, we'll go to Mrs. Camarena's opinion.
I think quality education is the one who gives the students the tools and the abilities to keep going in the learning and make him responsible, making him a good citizen, and also have the skills of thinking and solving problems. Yes, I think it's very important and it makes a difference about the people's futures, of course.
Now, we'll hear Mrs. Gonzalez.
For quality education, we need different things. Maybe we need good teachers with a good preparation. We need good schools, technology, new models. So for me, it's very difficult to talk about a quality education because it is a part of different things, not only one. Yes, I think education is very important for the country. And the quality of the education is basic for the development of a country. So I think we must have a very good system of education with good teachers and good platforms for develop of a good quality education.
And finally, we have Mr. Michael's opinion.
Quality education is that structure of educational system that allows the total development of a human mind to function for the common good of the society. We have to judge this and make it look more, for the citizens in general and not for a selected few who has the wherewithal. Quality education in its real term should be a fundamental human right that should not be judged around any form of popularity or political segregation.
Those are great answers, as it is our priority to communicate to our public the importance of having a quality education.
Yes, I think your answers will have a great impact on our listening community.
I agree. Now, why don't we listen to our guests' opinions about what the education situation is for each one of them?
Yeah, let's go to the next question.
So, taking into account your experiences, what changes do you think could be done to improve education?
We will listen to Ms. Gonzalez.
I think in Mexico we need to improve a lot of things, starting with the government need to improve how the quality of the teachers, maybe how they are prepared for this. And I think we need to improve the model because we are teaching with new students, new kind of students with new technology. And if we don't have new models for teach, we can improve.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Michael, what do you think?
Here in Nigeria, we've had a lot of promises on increase on budgetary allocation to education year in, year out. New president come and the same promises will be made, but then they will leave office without making those promises a reality. How do we improve quality education? It's all around political integrity. as long as a politician will not have the sanctity of political integrity, there will always be or government bureaucracies and procedures that will not allow changes to happen. And for real, the world, the global village is not standing still. So our system will have to adapt with the evolving system of the world. The economic reality of today is not the same as what was happening 10 years ago. So improvement on quality education or education globally will also have to be reviewed based on time. Based on time, our education policies, our education system should undergo periodic check and balances to find the realities of if the system we're operating is in line with the current status of global need.
Finally, we have Ms. Camarena's opinion.
To improve education, we have to understand first the needs of the new students. They are not learning in the same ways that the students learned like 2 decades ago. They are more visual, they like more technology, and they like to talk more, like group, focus group, and all those types of activities. They need to do things for learning better.
Wow, they're all great possible actions, and we hope our public can appreciate what these people are doing.
It is awesome to listen to your proposals, but now we'd like to know from people like you, who are so close to today's subject, which group is the most vulnerable in your community?
Let's listen to Mrs. Gonzalez first.
I think the rural communities are the most vulnerable here in the state.
Now, finally, we'll hear what Mr. Michael has to say.
The children are the most vulnerable group in my community, and I would say almost in every community, because they are the last on the ladder of decision making. They do not have the opportunity of making their own decisions by themselves. They do not even have the choice of either being given birth to or not. They just come here, and when they come, they are forced, the decisions are forced on them. So parents give birth to children and decide put them on the street to become a beggar. A lot of things that happens in this part of the world that you ask yourself, are we actually sane? Children have some minor character defect, and they are handed over to illegal rehabilitation centers to brutalize, to maim, to kill, even to do all sorts of things to them. So we will continue to advocate for inclusion of children's plan in terms of development, access to education, and not just any form of education, but quality education that will build their mind, that will grant them access to every form of cost associated with education, and that will help them to become the best they want to be in building the nation that will be livable for all of us.
Thank you all so much for your wonderful interviews. We really appreciate your different perspectives on the topic and hope that your message can be heard by a large number of people. This way your words can have a great impact and make a change in the world.
To conclude, we believe this podcast can be used as a tool for raising awareness about the SDGs, especially number 4, because as already stated, education is the basis for society and is a topic we must address. We learned so many things from doing this and interviewing different people, and now we understand that SDGs must not be overlooked and that we must work to change for the better. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in our next podcast.